Today I'll be showcasing 10 useful and cool tips in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. These tips can be used in SMPs or even single player worlds. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. Now in Bedrock Edition, it's possible for potions to be in cauldrons. This feature allows tipped arrows to be made just by right-clicking on the cauldron, like shown over here. Java Edition players have to collect dragon breath from the Ender Dragon, then beat the game to come home, and then have to create lingering potions to then craft tipped arrows. Tipped arrows are really good for SMPs in survival Minecraft because the arrows have potion effects that can easily kill players or mobs. For part 2, I'll be talking about the Cauldron, which is so much better in Bedrock Edition than in Java. Now, I've already said that cauldrons can hold potions in them, which is pretty cool, but there's some other things that cauldrons can do. In Bedrock Edition, you can dye water to a specific color, like shown over here. Now, this can be used for many builders in survival Minecraft to create pixel art, like over here. This can be useful for builders who want to be more creative with their pixel art builds. You see, there's another feature with the cauldrons in Bedrock Edition, which allows you to mix different colors. So you can have green, like over here, and mix it with blue to create a completely new color. This is the whole chart for all the colors when they're mixed with white. Now, this may look a little confusing, so let me explain real quick. Firstly, all the colors on the left are just the plain dyes mixed with water on a cauldron. Now, all the other colors that are on the other side are mixed with white, besides the last one on the very right. Now, you may be confused about their different shades. Now, let me explain how to get those shades. Now, for this example, we don't actually have white as the main color on the cauldrons. We actually have green, but it'll work the same way. So for the first green cauldron, I only mix it with one blue dye. Then for the second one, I mix it for 2 blue dyes. And then for the third one, I mix it with 3 blue dyes. And then after you mix it with 4 blue dyes, it becomes the same as like just normal blue. The last 2 cauldrons may look like the same, but there is a small difference that can be seen. So with this information, we can understand that the only 3 colors that are actually combinations are the 3 in the middle of each row. I did the math and I found out there's over 600 unique colors that can be put in cauldrons. This is one of the features that's really cool on Bedrock Edition. It's kind of sad that Java doesn't have this. Anyways, let's move on to the next feature. Everybody knows that bridging on Bedrock is 10 times easier because you can place blocks in front of you. But did you know that you can do like a breezely bridge, like on Java Edition, in Bedrock Edition, and it's literally the easiest thing in the world. All you have to do is just hold the place button and move back, and then you can start confusing literally every Java player that you can God bridge, even though you technically can't. Don't start jumping though, because then they'll know it's Bedrock Edition. Now this is just a cool trick to show to friends, and it can be useful to create bridges in your survival world or SMP. Riptide is so much better in Bedrock than Java, because as you can see here, I'm Riptiding, and my trident is taking 0 durability, and this trident just has Riptide, no other enchantment. As you can see, it says that throwing a Riptide trident consumes 1 durability for Java only, though. In this clip, Recrap2, a Java Edition player, is woodlighting a portal, and as you can see, it takes some time for it to woodlight, and it isn't completely instant. Now in Bedrock Edition, you have to place 2 wood blocks and a lava bucket as shown over here, and then the portal will instantly woodlight. Now this is only instant in normal and hard mode. Now this can be used for speedrunners in Bedrock Edition to quickly get into the nether without flint and steel. So in Bedrock Edition, you can stack normal golden apples to the point where you can get 8 extra absorption hearts. Now as you can see in this clip, a player who's playing on Java Edition, needing 2 Gapples and only still having 2 Absorption Hearts. This feature is obviously useful because more hearts just increase your overall survival. The Impaling enchantment does extra damage to any entity in water or in rain. Right now I'm on split screen mode on my Xbox, and when I hit the second player, it does 4 hearts to her while she's underwater. Keep in mind this is only using a normal trident. Now when the Impale enchantment's used, it one-shots a player underwater. This extra damage effect also works in rain, as you can see here, where it kills a full iron player in just 2 hits. When using a sharp 5 netherite sword, it still takes more hits with the sword than a trident. This can be useful in underwater fights, as Impaling 5 tridents do more damage in top tier swords. Sadly, this isn't in Java either, because Impaling only does extra damage to water mobs in Java Edition. So as you can see here, I'm bone mealing the sugarcane so that it grows faster and I can get more sugarcane. Now this can be useful to make things like paper, which are quite important in early game. With the more paper you get, you can create books to make a full level 30 enchantment table. This will help upgrade your tools. Say if you first start a survival world and you get a lot of bones from your first time mining. So you can use these bones to craft bone meal and then make your sugarcane grow faster to get more sugarcane, which can help getting that level 30 enchantments. In Bedrock Edition, you can immediately spam your axe as soon as you break the other person's shield. This is a lot better than in Java Edition because there's cooldowns in Java Edition. Though the Java axes do more damage, if you spam with the Bedrock axes, it's still going to do more DPS, which is more essential because the Java axes have cooldowns which can ruin the chances of winning a fight. This means that if Bedrock and Java players fought with axes, Bedrock would clearly be victorious. Okay, so right now, I'm trying to find the Stronghold in this creative world. And as you can see, the eye is leading to this village. And while I move through this village, the eye changes its direction, which means it has to be in this village. Sure enough, I am right, and the eye points to the ground that's under the village. Here's the Stronghold if you don't believe me. I knew there was going to be a Stronghold under this village because in Bedrock Edition, there's a 15% chance that Strongholds can generate under villages. This may not sound like a lot, but that's 15% compared to every other biome and place that Strongholds can spawn. This becomes useful for Bedrock speedrunners, because as you can see here, LOL869, a Bedrock speedrunner, spawns in a village, and since he's so far away, there is a chance that a Stronghold could be underneath. And while he's digging, guess what he finds? A Stronghold. The Stronghold was also right next to him because Bedrock Edition doesn't always spawn you at 0-0, and in this world it spawned him right in the Stronghold ring. Anyways, that's the end of the video, and this video took a week to make, so consider subscribing.